In this video, let's explore how to generate videos from text using this open source tool, ModelScope Text-to-Video Synthesis. Here's an example where I put in the prompt unicorn running in Hogwarts with Harry Potter. Let's see what's it generated. So it is a unicorn running in a Hogwarts-like background, but there's no Harry Potter. So it's doing a really good job, but it's not perfect. And also there are some advanced settings you can play with. And we have some example prompt. The first one here is an astronaut riding a horse. The second one, we have a panda eating bamboo on a rock. Let's take a look at the video. This one's pretty good. Spider-Man is surfing. Okay. It's actually doing a really good job. The most amazing thing about this is it is open source. The model is completely open source. There are several commercial products on text-to-video generation before. For example, Runway. They did a really good job generating videos. Like here's an example, afternoon sun peeking through the window of a New York City loft. They can use text plus image to video. Pretty impressive. And then just simply image to video. Runway is really impressive, but it is not open source. So the fact that this model is open source, everyone can use it and play with it is incredible. So if you go to this link, so I guess before we dive into this model, let's take a look at this ModelScope. This is my first time I heard about ModelScope. So I browsed this webpage a little bit on ModelScope because I read Chinese. I think this is basically the Chinese version of HuggingFace. This is really cool. And I think ModelScope was established last year. So the fact that they have so many things here already is interesting. They have all the models here, a lot of different models. 65 pages. So, okay, not as many models as HuggingFace. And you can see some models goes back to 2022 in November. And then we have data sets. And then this is ModelScope Space. So this is like the same copy as HuggingFace, because HuggingFace, we have models, we have data sets, we have spaces. Okay, and then we have document center. Okay, so this is like docs. How do you do things? How do you do PyTorch, for example? Interesting. Microscope competitions. Yeah, they have a whole page on competition. So this is like combining HuggingFace with Kaggle. And then they have, this is community. Okay, so community is where people ask questions. Yeah, so it looks like it's a combination of HuggingFace and Kaggle. Cool. Okay. Now let's come back to this text-to-video synthesis model. Again, it is from Damo, which is the AI organization in Alibaba. And we have perfect Chinese and English explanations of the model. It's a multi-stage text-to-video generation diffusion model. Okay, there are 1.7 billion parameters. And then here are more examples. Robot dancing, Times Square. Oh, pixel art. This one is interesting. There are actually 2 repos associated with this model. One repo is teaching you how to use the model from the ModelScope library. As you can see, ModelScope also has pipelines. It's like almost the same thing as HuggingFace pipelines. It's interesting. They just like copied HuggingFace and created their own and added more features. This model has been launched on the ModelScope Studio as well. Okay, I don't have an account, but I'm guessing it's the same thing as the HuggingFace space. They have a collab page. Okay, this is another feature that's quite interesting. ModelScope also hosts a Jupyter Lab on the cloud. Another way to run it is using the HuggingFace pipelines. You import your model from diffusers and using the diffuser pipeline. And then because this model is hosted on HuggingFace, you can see this is the model hosted. We have all the files here. You can take a look. So I copied and pasted the code using Colab. So first of all, you need to install the libraries, diffusers, transformers, accelerate using a diffusion pipeline to load this pre-trained model from HuggingFace. And they have a scheduler. So you give it a prompt, Spider-Man surfing. You will run through the model pipeline, create different frames, and export to a video. Or you can type in your video in this little widget. You can see the video. You can also download the video if you like. Let's take a look at another example. For example, we have a cat walking in the cloud. Let's take a look at what the image will generate. Okay, I see a cat, but I don't think the background is cloud. So that's the text-to-video model. I know this video is super short. I just want to explore this since this just came out this week. Yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye!